A very good afternoon to everyone from Chung Ling Private High School, Penang. Because of COVID-19, there have been major changes in the recent educational trend. As educators, we need to find ways to ensure that students can still learn from home, even if they are unable to come to school. Schools around the world have been teaching students online. Technology has become more important than before. What can we do to help students learn effectively? There are 3 practices that our school has found helpful and would like to share to all of you. First, making technology accessible. Second, getting students engaged. And third, setting clear behavioral expectations. With that, I would like to have our teachers explain these practices to all of you. As a school, we need to make sure that lessons and activities can still carry out as usual, even with social distancing. There are many tools we could use, like apps, programs, and hardware in today's world. Teaching English online during this pandemic means using the most suitable tools that everyone has access to and maintaining good teaching and learning experiences.
Open classroom management tools like Google Classroom and Schoology has opened up opportunities to all basic lesson setups like lesson channels, materials, or classwork. Students are able to get the needed materials and even lesson recording for their revisions and individualized learning. This enables students to not only complete their activities and homework, but also learn according to their own pace with the materials given.
Supplementary tools like tablets and styluses give conveniences to teachers in carrying out their lessons and duties. Many teachers use them as annotation or correction devices for lessons and marking. Pairing with online whiteboards like Jamboard or Padlet gives impressions similar to using a normal whiteboard during physical lessons.
Students are encouraged to fully use the word processing tools they have or relevant applications available online. Microsoft or WPS Word offers free correction advice as students type out their assignments. Thesaurus.com offers a multitude of vocabulary alternatives. Grammarly.com has free plugins for students to further identify their writing errors. There are more online references that one could use in their teaching and learning.
So long as whatever materials or tools introduced are accessible to everyone and that they are convenient for use, English language lessons can be carried out without any disturbances.
One of the biggest challenges to online learning is getting students engaged with the lessons. Teaching English is about interactions. The more interactions students and teachers have with the language and each other, the more practice and appreciation of the language there will be, which leads to a better outlook in the learning experience. When students find lessons engaging, they will be more likely to interact and contribute to the learning process. An engaging lesson should be interesting, immediate, as well as interactive. And there are many ways to do that.
Enabling students to comment or annotate the lesson materials live on a shared screen is one way to get students engaged, giving them the opportunity to immediately give lesson feedback or responses. Google Docs has been known for collaborative writing and editing processes, and teachers can take this opportunity for group work or a whole class activity, all shown live on screen. Interactive quizzes like Kahoot set a streaming-like audience engaging experience that invites students to take part in a competitive yet educational process. Even for those who do not have extra devices for access, while the game is ongoing, they can root for their classmates or take part in the activity by using alternative tools like Google Forms to supplement the activity.
If Zoom or Meet does not allow for suitable listening or speaking opportunities, Another possible, less conventional approach is having Discord channels where students could join any relatable topic channels in a classroom profile setup and have group discussions, be it FaceTime, audio, or text messaging. We have students coming up with creative presentations using video editing tools, slides, or video clips as required in their English oral evaluations. Giving interesting and relatable projects to work on is also a good way to get students engaged. Having a passion for something works wonders in the learning process.
The idea here is about finding the most relatable, practical, and purposeful activities or method to get students' attention and willingness to try to contribute. The more engaged students are, the better their learning experience will be.
Students should have positive behaviors in class, whether it is done physically or online. It is important for teachers to make sure students are behaving properly so that they can get the most out of online classes. There are disadvantages when it comes to teaching online. So, teachers and administrators have to work together to have students engaged in the lessons. Preparation is key. Setting expectations helps with managing students in the classroom.
Calling expects students to respond rather than having just a login, helping to set the mood of the class. Creative roll calls like hand waving or very short Q&As help with getting students to actively respond physically, verbally, communicating what it is expected of them to be responsible and engaged with the lesson.
Giving options of responses and setting requirements are also ways to get students engaged with the lesson. While respecting their choices, not all students can be as effective as their outgoing or advanced counterparts. So giving choices of verbal or messaging responses within a limited time frame gives students space to formulate their answers and respond confidently.
With screen sharing functions being present in most video conferencing applications, having students to present their work is not just an opportunity to express themselves, but also a means to communicate to everyone the expected behavior of engaging with the lesson. A successful learning experience does not rely on teacher and students. Administrators in the school can play their parts in helping to manage students' behavior in class. Teachers can work with them in making sure students uphold video conferencing etiquettes like switching on webcams at all times and displaying their visual profiles and usernames clearly. We have an admin group that goes into different classes as part of their daily rounds and communicates immediately with parents through the school system on students' behaviors in class.
How should teaching English look like today? All teachers and administrators have to work together. Everyone should have access to technology to help them teach and learn. Students should be able to participate in the lessons and understand what is expected of them. Teachers play a very important role in educating students. English language teaching has become more and more challenging, and it is up to them to make sure students can learn effectively, no matter the situation. Chung Ling Private High School wishes to instill the values of self-discipline, self-love, and self-learning in students, which in Chinese, 自律, 自爱, 自学. With good practices, this value can become a reality and will help students in the future. We hope what we have shared will be of use to you. Stay safe and all the best. Thank you.